Hi guys, this is Puneet from ecommerce, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Google shopping feed in the Google Merchant Center. I'm going to teach you some very important points which needs to be taken care of while setting up the Google Merchant Center if you want your products to rank highly on Google Shopping. I will be showing you some great tricks in this video which if you follow to the T, you will be able to see results very fast. So before I give you the tips, let us first discuss the issues that you might have to face if shopping feed is not set up properly. So the first issue you will be facing if your Google shopping feed is not set up properly is that your Google shopping ads will not be getting any impressions. This is one of the most common issues being faced by a store owner. After they set up their Google shopping feed in the Merchant Center, they notice that they are not getting enough impressions, which basically means that when a customer is searching for the product, the Google algorithm is not allowing your products to be displayed, which straight away means loss of business. The second issue will be the Google Merchant Center disapproved products. There might be a case wherein some of your products will be disapproved as they do not comply with the Google policy and will not be shown in the Google shopping results. So if any of the products are showing as disapproved in this diagnostic section, then you need to go down the page and see what the issue is and immediately correct it. So if you're using a platform like Shopify, there are two types of feed that you can have in Google Shopping. Now this is very important, so understand this carefully. The first feed that you can use is called Content API. This feed is generated straight from your Shopify store, and all the products that are there on your Shopify store will automatically be uploaded in this Content API feed. To use this feed, you need to download a Shopify app such as Feed for Google Shopping from Simprosys Infomedia, which has a free plan and then it charges only $4.99 per month. I will leave the link for this app in the description below. By using this app, all your products will sync automatically, and whatever product titles, price, description and images you have used on your Shopify store, they will be transferred to the Google Merchant Center. So this is a fantastically easy way of importing all your products in the Merchant Center, which you can then run Google Shopping ads on. The second type of feed is a feed you can create yourself by using Google Sheets. In this feed, you need to upload some mandatory parameters of the product in the Google Sheet. I will be discussing these parameters in detail, but before doing that, I would like to mention in which situations which feed should be used and how they are different. The Content API should be used if you have hundreds and thousands of products, because it will become difficult to upload each and every product in the Google Sheet. So in this case, the Content API is a better option. The Google Sheet product feed should be used when you have relatively lesser number of products, because by doing this, you can customize each and every product according to your need. This means that there might be a case wherein the product title on your store is different, but when you run a Google Shopping ad, you would like to add some other features in your ad and would like your product title to be slightly different. Also, you might have 5-6 images of a particular product on your store, but you would like to show one particular image in your Google Shopping ad. This is possible only in this feed and not the Content API. The downside of the Google Sheet feed is that whenever you make a change to your store, such as title change, price change, URL change, or any kind of amendment to a product, then you will have to make the change in the Google Sheet as well. Otherwise, the system will show an error and your product will not be approved. Whereas in case of a Content API, as soon as you make the change in the product page, it will automatically get synced with the feed and you don't need to make a change to the feed manually. If you like the video till now, please take a moment and click the like button and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be uploading some more unique content. So now I will talk about the Google Shopping Feed optimization. Once you download the Google Sheet template, you will see that these are the parameters that you need to fill in for a proper feed setup. The first parameter is the product ID. This is basically to identify the product, and you can use the SKU number here, which you can get from Shopify. You just need to go to your product and just copy paste the SKU number from there to the Google Sheet. Second parameter is the title. This is the product title and you can use your keywords here. You can also mention your brand name at the end. This is the benefit of using the Google Sheet product feed, because in case of a Content API, Google will take the product title which is mentioned on your Shopify store. Also, please remember to mention your important keywords at the start of the title as Google reads from left to right. The third parameter is the description. You can mention the description of your product and use relevant keywords here so that while running the ads, the ranking of your product is higher. The fourth parameter is the link. This is the URL of your product page. Just go to your Shopify store, go to the product page, copy the link and just paste it in the Google Sheet. The fifth criteria is the condition of the product. You need to mention as new if the product you're selling is new and used if it is a second-hand product. The next criteria is the price. Mention the same price as mentioned on the Shopify store and mention the currency after giving a space. If the currency is US dollars, then you need to mention USD after giving a space. And if the currency is pounds, then you need to mention GBP after giving a space. The seventh criteria is the availability. Mention in stock if the product is available to be sold and out of stock if it is not available. Next is the image link. You can upload the image in Shopify, then go to settings and then go to files and then copy the image link from there and paste it here. This is another benefit of this type of feed wherein you can choose a better image than your competitors are using. A unique image is certain to attain a higher click-through rate. Next criteria is the size. If your product has variants, then mention the size accordingly. You can also leave it blank if there is no size variation. Then comes the color. Similar to the size option, if you have color variations, then you can mention it, otherwise leave it blank. Next is the Google product category. All products are automatically assigned a product category by Google and you need to tell Google that your product falls under which category. To do this, simply type in Google product category in Google and go to Google product taxonomy. Here you will find all the product categories and you just need to identify yours and paste it into Google Sheet. So for example, I'm choosing this particular category. I'm just copying it and just pasting it in the Google Sheet. Next parameter is the GTIN, which is Global Trade Item Number. You can get this from your supplier, but this can be hard to get if you're dropshipping. So if you want to avoid mentioning it, then you can mention identify_exist and then mention no. By doing this, you're actually bypassing a requirement and it might show a warning in the product diagnostics once the products are published, but it can be ignored. Actually, there are 3 criteria from which Google wants at least 2. These 3 criteria are GTIN, MPN and the brand. So if you don't have the GTIN, you can mention identify exist as no and move on. The next criteria is the MPN, which means manufacturer part number. Again, you can get this from the supplier, but the trick here is that you can also use the number mentioned in the SKU, which I asked you to use in the first criteria of product ID. So simply paste that number here and it will work. The last criteria is the brand, and you just need to mention whatever brand you're selling here. If you're selling multiple brands, then you need to mention that accordingly in front of the individual products. After you fill in all the parameters, you need to go to the feed and click fetch. By clicking fetch, the feed will be automatically refreshed, and if there are any errors in the feed, it will be mentioned very clearly and you can recheck and update the feed accordingly till there is no error. So these were the Google Shopping feed best practices, and I hope you must have learned something from this tutorial by which you can really rank your products higher on Google Shopping. It will barely take you few minutes to fill in, and if the number of products are huge, then you can use the Content API as suggested. Here at eComWinner, in addition to the Google Shopping feed support, we provide services related to e-commerce and dropshipping, such as finding winning products by data-oriented methods, finding quality suppliers, building Shopify stores, keyword research and SEO, writing a product description that converts, troubleshooting the operational issues such as lack of traffic and lack of sales, and many more services. Do check out our videos in the description below and do contact us for any related issues. Our contact details are in the description below. If you like the video, then please click the like button and please subscribe to my channel, as I'll be uploading more such videos on e-commerce and dropshipping, with the help of which you can learn unique techniques and strategies and be an e-com winner.